Good morning, all. This is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Wednesday, the 19th of November. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. Morning, Doug. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at chartingthemarkets.substack.com, and it's published on YouTube after a delay of 24 hours. All right, ES. We've got some buy signals. A week 60-minute buy signal fixed on ES here. We don't have anything on NQ, but we've got a 60-minute buy signal fixed on George. We've got a 60-minute buy signal fixed on RTY, which is pretty close to making target. Possible near miss target. Then we've got a 60-minute buy signal fixed on YM. We've got a 60-minute buy signal fixed on DAX, and overnight we had another one fixed on ESTX 50. This is quite a lot of buy signals. We've got a little double bottom here. You can see on the ESTX chart. Generally speaking, this is going to deliver a decent rally. So I'm expecting this to rally today. We have gone through some pretty good indicators of rallies in recent days, and it may be that we're going to do this on this one, but I would note that we've got NVIDIA earnings today, and I suspect they're going to be decent. And that might fuel a bit of a rally here, but I'm not expecting really to see a low here. Let's see why that is. All right, ES. Getting pretty close. Well, at the daily lower band on the ES chart, we've got now at the stage where if we see a rally and then a low retest, we could set up some positive divergence on the daily, which is I'd like to see that, or on the RTH hourly RSI 14, if we're going to see a really decent rally or a possible reversal back up to the highs. In terms of the patterns from the highs, the wedges are great. The patterns on SPX and NDX, not so great. I would note that we're reaching a potential head and shoulder neckline here on SPX. If we were to see a rally here, then we could potentially go back test the daily middle band, set up a right shoulder, and go down. But here, I've got a possible head and shoulders here, but it's not particularly nice. Looking at NDX, close to a very small potential head and shoulders here, I think. Yeah, not far away. We've got this less good quality head and shoulders here, which I'm treating as potentially breaking down, but I'm mainly watching the ones on IWM and Dia because they are the decent patterns. If we were to see a rally here and form a right shoulder, we could set up some decent patterns here on SPX and QQQ as well. For what it's worth, that has broken down and back-tested resistance. On Dia, just to mention the signals, the RSI 14 sell signals are getting down into the 40 area on all of SPX, QQQ, and Dia, and we reached the possible near-miss target on IWM. I'm expecting to see lower, and I'm expecting those targets to actually be made. Don't actually have to be made now, but the expectation is they would be, and I'm not seeing much reason to think that at the moment we're looking at the low for this move. So it doesn't mean it couldn't happen anyway, but I'm really not seeing much sign of that. I'm expecting to see some more downside. Looking at Dia, this is the first of the really nice patterns. We've got a double top, which is broken down here, back tested, and is ready to go down to a target in the 44429 area with possible support and larger pattern to form at the head and shoulder neckline in the 454 area, which I'm really expecting to get made at this stage. Looking at the IWM chart, bear with me a moment. All right. Looking at the daily chart on IWM, you can see the weak RSI 14 sell signals now reached the possible near miss target. We've got a nice looking head and shoulders here. It has broken down. And I am looking for downside. I've got a possible target in the 219.5 area. Now, just to mention, if we were to see a rally here and it lasted 2 or 3 days, we can actually form a larger head and shoulders here, which could supersede the first one and give a lower target in about the 210 area. But obviously that hasn't formed yet. I'm just speculating. If we see a rally and then a retest and find support there, we could set up pretty much across the board possible daily RSI 5 buy signals. So that's something I'll be watching out for too. Looking at DAX, nice move down. We have gapped below and traded below the 200 DMA. This is potentially a pretty significant support break. Last time we did this was in April. And obviously that didn't last that long, but it was a pretty significant move. Previous time was August last year. This doesn't happen too often. and the fact it's happened now is suggesting weakness ahead. I'm not surprised. I'm thinking we could have made a top already. I'm leaning towards seeing a high in December, maybe possibly into January, but that might just be a retest of a move we get going with now. We will see. But I think at the moment, I was thinking that we might have been spending the last couple of weeks breaking up through the wedge resistance says on the various indices over the last couple of weeks, and we haven't done that. That alone was actually significantly bearish. I think those wedges are going to last. They might still expand a bit, but I think those are going to be the patterns from which we turn down and deliver a very decent retracement. That retracement could, of course, be starting now. All right, Nikkei, we've seen a significant breakdown. We made it down pretty much to the daily lower band, but and obviously we've confirmed the break below the daily middle band. Do I have a reversal pattern here? No. I've got a couple of possible head and shoulder necklines. I'll be watching this one here at 46.5. I've got another one at about 48.5. But at the moment, we've got nothing. So waiting to see if something develops there to deliver more downside. Obviously, since April, this has had an amazing run. It has gone up about 80% and made new all-time highs and broke through the highs which were still standing from the 1990 high, and has blown way through it. This has been a very impressive run. Sooner or later, this is going to deliver a very nice retracement too. So, all right, great. Let's have a look at DX. DX, we've broken up from a flag. I'm expecting to see a retest of this high here in the 100.2 area. That's either going to be a double top for the bear scenario, where we could fall all the way back down here, or continuation from the slight break up over the double bottom, which would have a target at about the 104 area. I'm leaning towards the 104 target. Would I be astounded if we made the lower target instead? Not really. ZB, this is a consolidation. I think we're going to break out of this either to make a retest this high or to go considerably lower. We will see how that goes. I've got to say on TYX, this looks like a decent looking little level top. Less so on the hourly chart here, but we've got a nice looking double top on ZN as well. Hasn't broken down yet. We're in a consolidation phase at the moment. Bigger picture, I'm leaning towards the downside. On CL, we've got a mixed picture here. This looks an awful lot like a bull flag, only reinforced by the fact that I'd drawn in this trend line here and came up and hit it exactly. I don't want to see this really. If we are going to go back up and retest the high, I don't really want to see this go significantly lower than 58, because if we do, then it's just too big to be a bull flag. So waiting to see if that's going to break up. HO, on the bigger picture, we've broken up from a very large inverted head shoulders that I've been watching. We've seen a reversal here. Week 60-minute sell signal is fixed and pretty much made target. Looking at RBOB, this looks like a bull flag forming. So this matches the one on CL. Different, but, rhyming, definitely. I'm leaning towards CL and RBOB retesting these highs. Not for sure, but probably. NG, possible head and shoulders here forming here. If we retest the high, then we could have a double top forming here. I would say we've now got sell signals on the daily chart. I'm leaning towards this being a topping area. On GC, we had buy signals fix on gold, silver, and platinum yesterday. The platinum and silver ones have made target. This one's made the possible near miss target. None of them really went that far. So the scenario where we go A, B, C and do a lower low within an overall bull flag forming is still very much on the table. Silver made the target. 50 back rally, but nothing really compelling. Palladium still forming a potential inverse head and shoulders here, which would be pretty nice if it ever breaks up. On platinum, we've got a bear flag here, which has broken down with a target at a retest of the October 21st, looks like, low. So, and we haven't made that yet. I'm leaning towards that being made. HG, bigger picture, we've got a double top here. We are kicking around uncertainly at the moment. Sooner or later, I'm expecting this to break down and start playing out. Looking at KC. KC, we break down from this little level top. It's trading sideways. I'm not convinced this isn't just a consolidation probably leaning slightly to the bull side, but I wouldn't be surprised to see this break down. CC is heading back down towards its longer term comfort zone in terms of price. CC is coffee is still well above that area and may well be heading down to that too. Sugar, little level bottom here, has broken up with a target in the 15.43 area, and not seeing anything currently to suggest that won't make target. CC, buy signal fixed, little level bottom, not showing any sign of breaking up. Bigger picture, I'm expecting this to continue down, but we can see a bit of a rally first. We'll see. CT, nice looking falling megaphone here, hasn't broken up yet, but may well break up today. I'm expecting this to deliver at least a decent rally. On lumber, nice looking falling wedge, I'm expecting this to break up soon, and it should deliver at least a decent rally. On wheat, we've got a bull flag here. It's broken up with a target and a retest of the early November high, which is in about 568 area. On corn, no obvious topping pattern here. Wondering about a possible retest of this high. On soy, obviously things have been complicated by the fact that the Chinese have promised to buy 12 tons of soy, but they haven't actually done it yet. So I think we've seen a big move up here on that deal, and I think people are still expecting that to be delivered. But if it isn't delivered, then it may actually drop significantly. 60-minute sell signal fixed here on soy. On soybean oil, we've got a 60-minute sell signal fixed as well. We've got a double bottom here, which is broken up with a target in the 54.66, which 54.66 to 55.30 range. If we break down instead, I've got a possible alternate bear flag megaphone here, and on a sustained breakdown below this support here in the 50.2 area, then I'd be looking for a retest of the low. So it's a either-or pattern. Live cattle, we made the first double top target. We got a potential double bottom here. I'm wondering about a reversal higher. HE, I'm very much wondering about a reversal higher. This is a nice-looking falling wedge, nice-looking double bottom here, and we've got a possible weak 60-minute buy signal brewing. I'm thinking we may well reverse back up. All right, great. Let's have a quick look at questions, of which we have none. My pleasure as always, guys. Everyone take care, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning.